Welcome back to Parent Squad. Graduation season is upon us, and that means big life changes for us parents and even bigger changes for our grads. So whether it's high school or college, graduating brings about a whole new world when it comes to finances. And we want to help make sure that everyone is prepared. So here to help us do that is Amy Wells, who's the Central Indiana Area Manager for Everwise Credit Union. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, an important topic it is. So let's talk about why graduation is just such an important family milestone.
Yeah, it's really important. This is when kids are really getting ready to go out into the world on their own, and you're going to have to let them make some financial decisions on their own. So it's really, hopefully we've gotten them prepared. And
Hopefully.
but at this point, you still want to continue to support them in some of their decisions.
Absolutely. What are some of the biggest financial challenges that new grads are facing?
Yeah, so a lot of times, they're going off to college, so they may be paying some bills on their own and having to make some financial decisions on their own. And even more than that, they are going to start getting hit with credit card offers and credit offers and having to make decisions on student loans. So it's really important that they have some support in making those decisions.
Yes. I think I started college, it was like a year or two after they started protecting freshmen, 18-year-olds going to college and getting credit cards right away. I think they made some changes so they couldn't just come and get the 18-year-olds.
Right. Yeah.
And I think that's good. As a parent, your child wants to be free and independent, but at the same time, you want to kind of hold their hand and help them through some things. What's the best way to be able to balance that?
Right. So making sure that that you're supportive and that you're guiding them in making financial decisions, but you're not controlling them. Starting the conversation earlier is going to help you along the way. Making sure that you possibly are on an account with them so that you can help monitor their account. Continue to have conversations with them when you do talk to them about the decisions that they're making and the daily choices that they have to make financially.
And what's your advice to new grads when it comes to budgeting?
Yeah, making sure that they're always planning, make sure that you're always monitoring. When you have an account, make sure that you have the digital tools to be able to check your account, and just make sure that you're always monitoring, not only for the decisions that you have to make, but to protect yourself from fraud and some of the other things that we have to deal with on the accounts.
Yes, that's a good habit to get into, checking your accounts regularly.
Yes.
What would you say? Is it daily or weekly?
It depends on how much, what your cash flow is going into it, and your comfort level in spending. I would say graduates should probably check it on the more often end of that, daily, every couple days, rather than weekly, just because your spending habits are changing. If you're going off to school or you're doing things with friends, or maybe you have gotten some credit and you have some payments that you're required to pay, you really just need to pay attention and make sure that you're planning for the right decisions. So I would say a little bit more often than not.
Okay. Well, hopefully you've already been having the conversation about credit when you end up having a high school graduate. But when is a good time to start that conversation, and some of the pros and cons to getting credit? What should we be telling them?
Yeah, so as soon as possible, early on, the earlier the better. Maybe when they've got their first summer job or their first part-time job while they're in high school, start having those conversations to help them understand. Maybe even give the kids, as you're having those conversations, some examples of some mistakes that you made when you were making some financial
We
decisions.
all have them.
That's right. So giving them some of those personal examples and helping them understand what it really means to use credit and help keep things from snowballing and turning into bigger issues. So when they first get their summer jobs, and just continue to have those conversations as they grow and move on.
Okay, it's a way to get engaged, but you want to stay engaged, but in a different kind of way, not in the babying kind of way, because these are our young adults. How can we help grads set up goals when it comes to things like saving for travel, or if they want to get a better apartment, upgrade their living arrangements? Everybody is excited to not have a roommate. And
right.
I'm like, you should definitely do the roommate. It's a lot of pros, but
right.
you know how it is being a young person.
Right. So starting to talk with kids about goals early on is a good thing, right? My stepdaughter requires her daughter to save 50% of everything that she gets. And she calls it investing, 50% of everything that she gets, but really teaching them how, as soon as you can, how to put a little bit back to save, how to put some back for short-term goals, and how to put some back for long-term goals. But make sure that you let them include some fun things too, because budgeting and saving is not all about setting goals and having to put your money back. Teach them how to be able to have some fun with it too, and have some spending money. So when they go out with their friends, they can do that.
Yeah, I love that. I love that you said that. It's not all just business. I mean, you are supposed to enjoy the journey and enjoy some of your success too.
Yes, yes.
Very important. Thank you for all this great advice.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
problem.
Okay. We have more on Everwise. We've placed a link at WTHR.com/Parent Squad. We'll be right back with more.